Hello and welcome back to Rev Endurance Sports and another Rev review. Now, generally, whenever I do these reviews, these are items that you can purchase through my store. Send me a text, send me an email, and we'll sort out the payment and shipping options. But let's talk about Velocio, because I've been purchasing Velocio items and Jess as well, just as a consumer, just paying for the items retail, or if something was on sale or closeout. And at the behest of my girlfriend Jess, she's like, you know what, their bibs are really, really awesome. I love them. They're super comfortable. And, you should try them. So I opened an account with Velocio. So now, as I mentioned, anything in the Velocio catalog, you can purchase through the store. But I was like, okay, let's go with it. Now, one of the things that immediately worked for me was their website on the dealer side. It's very easy to work with. And I cannot tell you how many times I've gone on to a dealer portal that is very difficult to work with, get an order done. I'm usually very pressed for time. So that was a very good thing. So the consumer facing side is good, and the dealer portal side was great. So I like that. I reached a threshold for free shipping, much lower than some of the other brands. So that's good also. I know that you're thinking, well, wait a minute, that's all just about me, George. Yeah, but this translates to you as a consumer, because I usually ask a consumer to cover the shipping costs. So if I get to the threshold and it's free shipping, consumer doesn't have to pony up the few extra bucks for the shipping. Then on the choose free shipping, or you can choose like an expedited option, which you'd pay out of pocket. But the interesting thing is I chose free shipping, and it came to me FedEx Express. So not the regular FedEx Ground. Now they ship out of New Hampshire. I'm in California. And I ordered it late Tuesday night, processed the order Wednesday. Today's Monday. I already have my product. So very, very, very fast service. The website was easy to work with, free shipping, expedited shipping without me having to pay for expedited shipping. So this helps me as a shop owner take care of my customers. And so that's why I'm saying all these things about how it was for me the experience for me as a dealer, because that translates to me providing better customer service to my customers in the store or online if you choose to order online. So I get the package, and then each one of their bags that their clothing comes in is a recyclable bag, or a bag that will end up, as they say, in your compost, and maybe help the vegetation, the trees, or whatever, because this will be eventually it's biodegradable, and so I guess that's different than recyclable. Let's just call it biodegradable, and then it will create life later. Okay, so in previous videos, I've talked about how I just have a lot of plain black bib shorts. So I've tried to colorize my clothing over time. And so the three options for the men, this is the concept. It only comes in three colors. They call this one Oxide Red. They have a navy, and then they have a black, right? The basic black. So I went with the Oxide Red. Why? Well, for a lot of reasons. One of them is, if I'm riding these, people will actually notice what I'm riding. If I'm wearing a pair of black bibs, no one's ever going to notice, right? They're just black bibs. But if I'm riding a oxide red bib, it might help or aid in getting that conversation started. Hey, what are you wearing? Oh, I'm wearing these Velocio bibs. Oh, what do you think about them? Well, let me tell you about them. All right, so let's start off with some of their description so that we can go from there. But, before I start reading the description, so I noticed right away that the material that's here that is going to wear on your saddle, it's a completely different material than what's on the legs. So that's very interesting right from the beginning. So it's a thicker, what appears to be more durable material. So we'll keep going. All right, so the concept bib short is what's possible when race-ready design is met with zero compromises. And this is a $310 bib short. Some of you clicked on here, so you know it's an expensive bib short. You should have known. It's their top-of-the-line bib short. I think I'll put that in there in the title. Some people get by with $50 shorts. They get by, and it's fine. It's perfect. That's awesome, and you should keep doing that. But those that want something a little nicer, they start spending $100, $200, $250 for a bib, $300 for a bib. So this is a very level playing field at the high end of bib shorts. So at $310, this is what they call zero compromises. So it's aimed at the highest levels of performance. Reimagining, I think it's a typo there, but reimagining the current standard for bib shorts. The concept bib uses exclusively designed chamois. We're going to go into the chamois in a minute. That is completely integrated into the short, eliminating seams and allowing a more fluid pedaling motion. Now, they do also talk about the fact that they have laser cut ventilation, aerodynamic patterning. I don't know where that's going to play in. And very supportive and compressive fit, resulting in the cleanest, most streamlined bib available on the market today. A new standard. Okay. In previous videos, I've talked about how a lot of the high-end shorts will have this top chamois separate from the bottom of the short. And that allows for those two things to move independently of each other. And I've given this analogy before. If you have your foot inside of a sock and that sock is inside of a shoe, that sock and that shoe are the ones that are sliding back and forth, not the skin of your foot. So the same thing on your butt. Imagine that this bib is on your butt, and then that top sheet and the bottom sheet are the ones that are sliding back and forth. Okay, so there are on this pad, it seems like if these are your contact points, the seams are far off and away, especially up here. So, and there's no seams for a long time on the way back up. So far, that's good. By the way, I'm going to wear these tomorrow on a medium length ride. All right, so that's the bib. One thing that I noticed though, they have sizes going all the way out. So from extra small all the way out to 4XL. So my bigger riders who are looking for high quality bibs, because sometimes at those higher weights, you're not getting high quality anymore, right? And let's talk about that for a minute. So this sizing seemed very interesting to me. So it said that at 140 pounds, about 5'8", 5'9", I would be an extra small. So 140 to 150 pounds. So I don't know, 68 kilograms. And I was like, really? An extra small? So we'll find out. I'll put these on and we'll see if they fit. But the 4X fits riders 6'5" and above, 280 pounds and above. So that's a pretty large cyclist. And, so if you're looking for a larger size, that's something you might be interested in. Now, let's talk about their features, and we'll talk about a few other things as well. Okay, so they talk about 2 fabrics carefully positioned to maximize breathability, balance, compression. So I like bibs that have compression in them, in the legs. Some folks don't like it. They don't like that tight feeling around their legs, but I like it, so that's something that interests me. Minimal seams and laser cut ventilation. So I believe this is what they're calling the laser cut ventilation. I mean, one thing that I noticed right away, it's a very light short, not on the weight weenie side of things, but just so that, you're wearing it, it just feels lighter than most anyway. 45 millimeter microfiber narrow knit elastic. So that's these guys here, 45 millimeter, right? So 50 millimeter would be 2 inches for my Imperial folks. 7 centimeter raw cut leg band. So that's this here. And then it's got a gripper on the inside. But it's not a band, right? So a lot of times folks don't like a band going all the way across. So this it's just broken up in different pieces. So, for some folks, they don't want to see that tight band around their leg. So that's a silicone grip. Proprietary invisible chamois design provides unmatched performance and friction-free comfort. We want that. Then we also have a new race fit patterning for a most articulated fit. Large team-inspired reflective logos. So I don't know where those are, except maybe these on the leg. Maybe those are reflective. And then bib straps updated to the same material as the Luxe. Okay. Then your laundry directions. Now, in one of the rev shows, we talked about, do people wash their cycling clothing before they wear it the first time? And someone chimed in with, there's a certain chemical or something that is put onto clothing, and that some folks may have a reaction to it. So in this case, that's why they do it. But what I meant to say is, in this case, Velocio tells you, we strongly recommend washing your new gear before wearing it. You'll find that your apparel will soften and fit, and comfort will improve after washing, especially with bibs and shorts. So I just don't wash them, and if they're going to fit better, I'm going to wash them anyway at some point. I just don't wash them before I wear them. But that's up to you. You decide what you want to do. Mild detergent, we know all that stuff. Frequently asked questions. Let's see if there's anything good in here. What is the inseam length? Now I think it was Rick Liang asked about inseam length on one of my Pearl Izumi reviews. Great bibs, by the way. And I think they were 10 inch, I'm not sure. So these say that women's bibs are 22 centimeters from the center of the crotch to the leg gripper in a size medium. And men's bibs are 10 centimeters. So it looks like the same, right? So 10 centimeters for a medium, plus or minus. 1.5 centimeter. All right, depending on the size of the bib. Main difference between bib short models, all our bibs are designed. I'll probably just add this down in the description. My bibs feel super tight when I try them on for the first time. Help! All our bibs are designed for optimal fit on the bike. When trying and wearing bibs for the first time, try them on the bike or mimicking the bike position. So some of you who've been around a while probably remember the Assos model, and he used to wear the bibs or whatever, and he'd always be bent over like this. Well, that's why. Because if you're standing up like this, the straps are probably pulling on you, or if you're wearing a jersey, it's designed to have your arms this way. So if you're standing this way and you pull them back, and so clothing is, or cycling clothing, higher end cycling clothing is very sport specific. So it's going to fit you a certain way while you're in a bike riding position and not as comfortable off the bike. So if you're walking to the cafe or you're walking to the convenience store, just realize, it's probably going, maybe not at all, but it could fit a little bit awkward, or you could feel a little awkward in it. So here's something that's very interesting about them that other companies don't do. So also all our bibs break-in period after a few rides and washes, and then hence we offer a 30-day signature guarantee for a complete test. The best bibs don't feel perfect standing in front of a mirror. The design was made so that it fits better while pedaling. So that 30-day guarantee, signature guarantee, that's another great thing about them. So you're not happy with the product, I'm sure you bring it back to me, they'll compensate me, we'll buy something else, right? We'll figure something out if you're not happy with their products. So are the chamois the same? Like I said, I'll add that in the description rather than to read it to you now. So I'm really excited about this product because I always want to offer my customers the best that I can. And if I ride this top end Velocio bib and I'm happy with it, then that's where my recommendations come from when consumers come in to the store and they're like, hey, I need new cycling bibs. What do you recommend? And I'm like, well, I've been riding these and they're excellent. Or, let's not look at those because I had these issues with them. You may not have it, but I did. So along with these bibs, I also got some another wool jersey. Now we did a ride in our purple long sleeve, we as in Jess and I, and Midnight Plum, I believe, was the name of the color, and we wore those in a video, and we took just on the fly, just riding our bikes, just decided to shoot a video on a quiet road. So we liked that item so much that we got it in a different color. So we got the Midnight Plum, now we have it in the navy. So once again, I'm really excited about opening this account, this Velocio account. I pretty much carry just high-end stuff here, and I like to be able to offer high-end product to my consumer base and of course my viewers if you're interested. So anyway, questions for you. How many of you are riding Velocio clothing? Have you ever heard of Velocio? So maybe just make a comment down below. No, I never heard of that brand. Also, who had the opportunity to watch one of the industry news segments where I talked about how Velocio was purchased by SRAM. And I mentioned in that video that SRAM grows by acquisition. So they don't, if they want to provide high-end clothing, they just buy a clothing company. They don't design the clothing. They don't organically make this new product line. They just go out and buy the in this case, Velocio. If they want, wheels, they buy Zip. If they want power meters, they buy Quark. If they want whatever they want, instead of starting up an engineering process for it and standing up a new department, they just buy that other entity, business entity. Okay, that's all for today. If you like these types of product reviews, or in this case, it's more of an unboxing until I get a chance to write it, please make a comment down below that you're interested in just broadening your horizons about product. And if you're interested in supporting the store, as I mentioned, just drop a message down in the discussion, or reach out via email, which I usually put in the description, and we'll connect and we'll get you some Velocio clothing. Okay, that's all for today. Please like and subscribe. We'll see you up the road.